Thanks for listening to today's daily devotional. The lesson today is look what we can do. Notice what's said in our reading yesterday in Ezekiel, the 29th chapter. It says, In the 10th year, in the 10th month, in the 12th day of the month, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Prophesy against him, against all Egypt. Speak and say, Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I am against thee, Pharaoh, king of Egypt, the great dragon that lies in the midst of the rivers, which has said, My river is my own, and I have made it for myself. Now you think about that. You're looking at the beginning, in essence, of the captivity. Ezekiel has been taken into captivity, and yet he is told to speak against the great nation Egypt, to which Israel still might be looking for some redemption from. But he's told to prophesy against them. How dare he speak against such a great and mighty power? Well, others looked and saw the great nation of Egypt. Seems Ezekiel looked and saw God, and thus what he and God could do together. So whenever he said, You speak, tell him I am the Lord. It wasn't just Ezekiel, but it was Ezekiel with God talking about what he could do. You know, we find in the New Testament the same attitude, stronger even. In the book of Acts, the 17th chapter, you find the Jews who were seeking Paul and Silas wanted to take them because of the things that they spoke that really militated so much against the Jews of that day. And in verse 6, it says, Whenever they found him not, they drew Jason and certain brethren unto the rulers of the city, crying, These are they that have turned the world upside down. Turn the world upside down. How did they do that? Well, in the very next verse, Jason had received, and these all do contrary to the decrees of Caesar, saying there is another king, one Jesus. You see, the first century Christians, they looked and they stood and they caused turmoil in the world about them as the world sought worldliness, because they said, it's not the king of this world that you serve, but it's the king of all that we serve. And thus, whenever that is done, a difference is made. The world can be turned upside down. You ever heard the story about the mouse who was riding on the back of this great elephant? They came up to a bridge that was crossing a great rift. The elephant went across with the mouse on his back, and the bridge, the mighty bridge, just shuddered and shook. And when they got to the other side, the mighty bridge was swinging. And the mouse looked and said, Look what we've done. You see, as Christians, we don't have power in of ourselves, but we realize the great power. And that if we draw nigh to God, he'll draw nigh to us. And whenever we do that, we can do all things through Christ that strengthens us. We realize that the power's not in me, the power's in God. And if I'm with him, I will be victorious. Thanks for listening. And you have a great day, and you and I will if we stay with God. And as we look at what we've accomplished, we say, look what we can do. Thank you again for joining us in this Bible study. We remind you, if you'd like to follow along in our daily Bible reading, the link below in the description of this video will give you the PDF so you can read right along with us. If you have any other questions or if you'd like information on a Bible study, contact us with the information provided on the screen before you.